We're focusing on your irons, and the answers you've given us indicate you have what we would call a push slice. So a shot that starts to the right of target and then curves further right through the air. Now this tells us that without any doubt, the main issue with your golf swing is an open club face at impact. When the club face points to the right of the direction of the swing, the ball is going to curve to the right through the air. Now at this point, a push slice, we can't be sure of the direction of the swing. So the club head could be moving to the left of target, it could be moving down the target line, or it could be moving to the right of target through impact. All of these three swing paths could cause a push slice if the face is open the right amount. So the starting point is always, let's get you to close the face a little earlier, reduce the curvature to the right, and get the ball to finish more on target. At that point, you can decide whether the shot you have is perfectly acceptable and one you want to play with, or if there's any more changes to do. But let's start with the club face and straighten up the ball flight first. The first thing to understand is that with all golf swings, the club face is going to open as it moves from setup to the top of the swing. Some swings open more and some less, but all golfers open the face as they swing up to the top. And that means we all have a very important job to do from the top of the swing back to impact, and that is to close the face again. So how we open and close the face, if we look at the club, is by rotating it around its shaft. If I hold the grip end and apply a twisting to the right, the toe will move back and the face will open. If I apply a twist to the grip to the left, the face will come back to square, and then if I continue it, it will close again. So our job with your golf swing is to get you to start applying more of a twist that's going to close the face throughout the downswing. So if we start at setup and swing to the top and bring the club down, focusing on having no rotation of this grip at all, what you'll find is that you'll arrive at impact with a club face that's dramatically open. So from face on, the same thing. If I bring this club down with absolutely no twisting to the grip, the face is excessively open for any type of shot that we want to hit. On the other hand, if I can start to apply the twisting of the grip from the top and I continue it down into impact, what we'll see is that we can square the face or even close it by the time the club would arrive at the ball. So we're going to split the swing into two sections. The first part of the downswing is going to be bringing the club down to about hip height, what we call the delivery position. Now, holding it here statically for a moment, if I twist the grip to the right, you'll see that the toe moves back, the face points up, and this is an opening of the face. If I twist it to my left, the toe turns over, the face starts to point down, and this is the club in the process of going from open back towards square. Now, it hasn't squared up yet, which means there's still more work to do from here to impact. And that work is to continue the twisting on the grip. So again, face on, if I bring the club down to the delivery position and I start to apply this twisting at the grip end, we'll see that I can get the club face pointing more down towards the ground. Now the second part would be from here to impact. If I take the club away initially, you'll see that the logo of my glove is pointing some amount ahead of me. If I bring it forward and I don't apply any continuous twisting, the logo of the glove is still pointing forward and the club face is still open. On the other hand, if I was to focus on rotating this logo towards the target, now applying the club, you'll see that the club face is pretty much matching where the back of my glove points, so it's rotating back to square. So again here from down the line, we've got these two moves to work out. We've got down to the delivery position and point the face towards the floor, and then down into impact and get the logo of the glove pointing towards the target, and you can see that that's going to square the face up. Now if we can do these moves separately, we'd like to add a little bit of flow to it. So we'll keep the first pause, but we're going to get rid of the second. We're going to go from setup to the top, down and pause at the delivery, making sure we felt this little twist, making sure the club face is pointing a little bit more towards the floor, and then from here we're going to let it flow all the way through to the finish, continuing that twist. So again, to the top, stop at delivery, make sure the face is closed a little, and then continue it. Now if you can recognize these two moves and you can feel that you're doing them, let's take away this pause and have one continuous swing. So to the top, down and through to a full finish, making sure we can still feel we're applying more of a twist on the way down and more of a twist through impact. If you can get this full swing going, feeling that you continuously twist the club from the top down and through impact, hit a shot. The golf ball will tell you whether you're doing it enough, which means a reasonably straight shot, whether you're not doing it at all, which means the ball is continuing to turn to the right, or if you've overdone it and the ball curves to the left. So again, if you're hitting shots on a range, do this between every shot. Have a little pause halfway down, have a little pause at impact, and then do a full swing, making sure you're recognizing this twisting, and then hit a shot and watch the ball.